Right now, while most traders chase fleeting trends, a select few charts are quietly building momentum for massive and life-changing gains. These aren't just any projects, they're undervalued, they're overlooked, and they're primed to explode. Miss these and you might miss the biggest opportunities of this entire cycle. In today's video, I'm gonna unveil 17 charts from top-tier memes to cutting-edge AI projects that are showing signs of an imminent breakout. Stick around, the last few could be your ticket to outsized returns. Let's get on to the show. Alright buddies, we are going to start with Housecoin, okay? Housecoin has been doing exactly as I've been predicting. It's bouncing off that 5 million support line. As I showed on the show weeks and weeks ago, we actually entered at that 4 million market cap and you should be up 17.5x on your house. It topped at 80 million and now I think it's setting up for a very good entry. So let's look at these levels. This is my previous chart. Let's zoom in here on Axiom and let me tell you where you should be putting your limit order. So it bounced off of this 47 million market cap range. Look, support here, almost support here, some resistance here, and some resistance here. Is this level going to hold? Well, if you're looking to enter, you shouldn't be buying this green candle. You should be buying here. You should not be buying at resistance. You should always wait. If it makes new all-time highs, don't worry. The price will always give you an entry. So wait for your entry. I think it can come here. There's a likelihood that it's going to bounce. And so you could scalp at that 47.3 million range. If you want to scalp it, this is where you put your entry. You come here, limit order buy, and then I say want to buy 100 Solana. You click buy. There's a link down below for you to start trading on Axiom, and this is how you should be trading meme coins. Get your support lines, check the resistance, check the supports, and set your limit order. You have to start trading memes like a professional. This is why I use Axiom. But I think there's more interesting levels on House that could be touched. Like for example, this 39.3 million market cap zone, which was support here, and it was major resistance throughout the 25th of April here. Major resistance. This is actually where I think it's a more interesting level. From this 40 million market cap range, 39. And then there's also the 32 million market cap range. Okay, from this 39 to this 32, this is actually what I would leave my limit order stacked for a good entry on House. Obviously, there's a chance that the 39 million market cap range gets hit. Look, it comes here, finds support, and then it bounces because we have Ansem, we have all these big whales. But that's what I'm seeing on House. So these are the levels for you to be getting your limit orders stacked and ready for outsized returns. Then we have Troll. On Troll, what did I tell you? Support here, it came and retouched that previous support from the 23rd of April. And then the second line of support, which was 14 million, got hit. The resistance also acted, and I said once it breaks the resistance from this big accumulation, it's gonna go back to all-time highs, and now we're doing all-time highs again, just as I've been predicting. I mean, this is what you guys should be trading, okay? Forget altcoins. This is where all the money is. The target is still 42 million market cap for a major take profit after you've entered either here or here, okay? Give you guys two entries. Now the entry here is not optimal. If you missed these entries that I gave you guys last week, this is not an optimal entry, but in a worst case scenario, you could maybe wait for a re-entry here around 22. So you can come on Axiom, leave a limit order there, and it's not optimal, but you can still get a double. What I would do in a more professional way is just wait for that other bounce before the 42 million market cap. But if you're very anxious and feeling FOMO, at least wait for 22, okay? But yeah, you missed your perfect entries here. But I think the majority of you guys probably entered RFC because there's a lot of people in my comments saying they've entered RFC, they want me to chart RFC. The reason why I didn't chart is because there was nothing happening. It was just retouching our support again for the second time, and so there's nothing to worry. Then we have WIFF. Now, WIFF is very important, of course, as you guys know, bouncing from our support. It went a little bit below, but now bouncing. The first target is going to be 1.39 billion market cap, billion with a B. Might encounter some resistance here, and so a good level to re-entry, if you're a whale, because this is an $11 million liquidity coin, this is your level if you're a whale. You can enter at 572, 585, 545, stack limit orders if you have like 200k, 300k to trade on this. I would leave some limit orders stacked here, right above and below this blue line, and I would just wait for them to hit. You've already sort of missed the optimal trade WIFF, but I think WIFF eventually is going to go for a 7x. If you're well and you still want, you're not going to get a 7x, but you can still get a 5.5 to 6x on WIFF. There's going to be some resistance at that 139 billion market cap range. Look at this one. This is the first resistance, the first target. And if you want to be more conservative, take some profits there, take your initials there. But the main target is going to be this 3.32 billion market cap for a major take profit. Resistance, and this is the level. This is the target for WIFF. I've plotted some fibs. It also matches some fib lines as well. Now let's get on to PopCat. Another big trade. I told you guys this is the accumulation range right between here. This was major support, this second line, major support in April, didn't get touched, but this was the accumulation range. Once PopCat starts going, no one's gonna stop that cat from popping, you know? Pop. That's what's happening. 629 million market cap. The first, maybe, you know, take some initials and then just let it ride. But the first main resistance is gonna be that 969. If you want to wait for 969, I think it's gonna hit. Resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, and there's also this 600 level local resistance, a ton of resistance, then turn into support. These are the two levels. After this, straight to all-time highs, okay? If you want to get on PopCat, I think you can get here because look, it already bounced from this tiny resistance level of 344. It already retouched it. It broke above and then retouched. Now you have that level. That's what I'm seeing on PopCat. If you want to buy PopCat here, I think it's still a good buy, even though the main levels were already given to you guys. Then if you want tiny resistances, if you can see here on Axiom on yellow, these are the tiny resistance levels: 487, 642, 803, 865. Major support line here, major support 3 times, 4 times here. This is where the price is at. So this is why I think this is a good entry. Then we have major support here, major support here. There might be some tiny resistance here, and this is maybe a good place for you to scalp. If the price comes here and then retouches this level where it's at, you know, for you scalpers, then it might touch here, maybe retouch here. You know, the price can do these things, stay here a while. You know, this is something that the price could do. And if you want to scalp PopCat on something like Axiom, you can interscalp these tiny levels. After it breaks out, leave a limit order here, and then trade in between these tinier levels that match these previous resistance, previous supports, also support here, also resistance here. So if you want to check these levels, check them, print screen the chart, and you can do scalps and also improve on your trading skills. Leave limit orders, wait for these to be broken and maybe retouched. But I do think the price is just going to coil up to a billion market cap very fast. But you will get opportunities to scalp charts like these in between. Now let's get on to dark. Dark is very simple. This is the accumulation range. Now it was our take profit, at least take initials. It bounced from the perfect support here. This was the support I gave everyone. This chart's kind of nasty. There's too many levels because we were buying dark down here. It was one of the best trades also on this channel. A lot of people. I have people who made 100k plus on something like dark. We are now at the support. The support's holding, okay? And it's holding quite nicely. And so what I would do is, it's probably gonna retouch this, I think, the 24 million market cap range. I did these new levels for you guys who want entries on dark. This is a good place, the 26, but I think this level here, the 22 million market cap range, is better. And you can leave limit orders in between the 26 and the 22 for a bounce or for a retouch of all-time highs. And then worst case scenario, you can live a little bit below this 22. There might be a reaccumulation here between 17.9 and 22. This is the worst case scenario for dark. So let me draw. We could see something like this on the chart and then all-time highs. This is possible. And this is why you leave these limit orders stacked here. This is the first support, and then a little bit at the second support, and then maybe a third one a little bit below. The price could do something like this before all-time highs. Remember, these are very volatile, or it can just straight bounce from here. This is why you leave a limit order here, and then you leave another one maybe at the middle, and then a little bit below. You get a good average if you leave like 3 different limit orders, then just wait for them to get hit, and then you wake up the other day and the price is at all-time highs, and you got like a good average entry. It's better to get good average entries than to just leave like one limit order here at the bottom and pray it gets touched. So that's what I would do if you're looking to trade dark. This is one of the most important AI projects. We don't just do memes, we do AI as well. We do everything that moves. Now RFC, if you want to buy RFC, it's a good buy here. Nothing much to add. This is the accumulation range that I talked about. This is why I didn't touch this chart last week, because I was just seeing if it was accumulating. It's acting as resistance, and the price could even touch, if you're lucky, that 18 mil, maybe 20 million market cap range. This is where the price is at, and so you come on limit order, and then you leave, say, you leave one at 26, you leave one at 24, maybe one for you to get lucky a little bit below, something like 22. But this is our turtle soup here, okay? I like calling this the turtle soup. Just going sideways here, just accumulate before it pumps. And so what's the next level on RFC? The next level is going to be this 49 million market cap range. And so if you're buying here and you get a good average, you get a 90% trade. And then the next level is going to be between 77 and 88. And then you can get a 3x. If you want a good liquid 3x on a good meme that can bounce extremely fast, here you are. Maybe you can be more conservative, take initials at 49 and then wait and take the next here. But here you go with 3x. Who doesn't want to 3x their money in this market in these conditions? Bitcoin isn't even at all-time highs, and these are the trades that we're talking here on the channel. 3x's, 17x's, 20x's, 50x's, etc. This is what I'm seeing on RFC. Don't forget, there's a link down below for Axiom. That's where you leave limit orders. Do not buy at market. You're going to push the price against yourself. You're going to get sandwiched by these bots. Leave limit orders like a gentleman. Wait for your limit orders to get hit. That's how you trade memes, okay? Like a professional. Then we have Please. On Please, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have much to add. It is going for our 7x, and maybe if you get lucky, you can rebuy at 7 million. Axiom down below, limit order, leave it there in case you don't have any Please or you want some more. Just wait and pray it gets hit. But I do think we're going to go for that 7x on Please if you scoop these lows as I told you guys last week. Then we have this new trend which is called Let's Bonk, similar to SSE, similar to 𝗘𝗫𝗏. Look at this chart, beautiful chart. Support 1 times, 2 times, and we're probably going to go for that 3rd time. The 3rd time almost always gets hit, and your entry is 11 million. Again, limit order, leave it close to 11 million market cap, leave it a little bit above, maybe a little bit below, leave 3, get a good average on Let's Bonk, which is a new narrative by the Bonk team. They're launching meme coins on their Bonk platform. They're trying to compete with Pub.Fun. Good luck for the Bonk team, but this one is the next trade, and I think a good exit would be all-time highs. What you can do here is sell close to that 30 million market cap range, and you can get a 2.5x on a good meme if you sell between 26 and 30 million market cap. Okay, this is a good place to exit your Let's Bonk. A good trade here. Wait for that third touch a little bit below, and then bam. But if you want to buy here at 30 million, it's also a good buy, to be honest, but I would wait a little bit below and then execute perfectly. Also on that same narrative, we have a little gem for 100k. It's called Tonic, looking good, making higher lows, making new all-time highs. This was the Gate candle, which is a big influencer, and this was the DJN candle, another big influencer. You need influencers to pump your bags, so don't get mad at them. I do think this thing is a good trade to something like 2 million market cap, for example. Currently at 448, and until 2 you can get, okay, not bad, you can get a 4.5x on your money here. From here, this is a good buy here, I think. 4.5x until 2 million market cap. I think this thing can definitely hit 2 million market cap. I think it's a good gem. Same narrative as Let's Bonk. Exact same narrative. Here, Tonic is basically, have you ever heard of 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗚? 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗔 is a meme on Base. That's 220 something million market cap. This is 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗏, but his name isn't 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡, it's Tonic. This is the founder of Bonk. People thought that Bonk, which is a $1 billion market cap meme, was based off of 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡, but no, it's actually based off of Tonic, which is the Bonk owner's dog. And so 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡 should go to 0, and this one should go way higher. Good narrative. I would take some profits here at 2 mil, leave a moon bag just in case this thing does something insane. Now, back to 𝗨.AI. 𝗨.AI was coiling up here, but it broke structure. It touched 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then it broke. When it broke, we knew it was going to go lower. It didn't quite actually enter that place, but it almost bounced there. This is why you don't just leave like one limit order. You can leave several, maybe a little bit above, maybe a little bit below. It's on a good accumulation range, I think. You should have left a moon bag, as I said on 𝗨. We were buying 𝗨 here at 100k, and I told everyone exit at 2 million. It still went to 3 million. It still went to 4 million. So you should have taken your profits, but it's now back at 2.2 million. It came to this 1.45 low. What I would do is, I think it's a good buy here, and the next exit is going to be 5 million market cap. You can get a double. You can get, if you scoop it a little bit lower, say if you scoop it on this level, there's this ascending trending line. 1 times, 2 times, it may go for the 3rd time. So the price could do something like this and then bounce to that 5 million market cap zone. If you leave limit orders stacked between 1.8 and 1.5, that's a good level to leave some very, very good limit orders. I think that's what smart money would do. Just wait for a little bit lower, and then you can get a 3x. If you optimize this trade, it's a 3x, maybe even a 4x if you scoop the low perfectly. But that's what I'm seeing on 𝗨.AI. Still a great website for you to come check what influencers are buying. They're tracking influencer wallets. This guy is buying. I use this tool every single day. It's a very good tool. Then we have 𝗘𝗫𝗏. 𝗘𝗫𝗏 went for that 4th touch. Look, I even drew it here. It could go for the 4th touch, and it did. Okay, these things touch at least minimum 3 times. Major resistance going to be 21 million. It's a good buy here still. 73% trade if you want to scalp, but if you want to wait for that premium trade, for that Wagyu trade, here you go on your 3x here. This is a 3x liquid trade. It's going to be a liquid trade. It's going to be multi-millions when it gets there. Good trade, good project, okay? 𝗘𝗫𝗏. Now, ZBRO, look at this. Exactly as I drew it. I drew these things before it happened. ZBRO was here at 90 something million. I was like, wait, it's going to touch this thing. I think it's going to break and go to that second. Look, exactly. Tap on the back. So now I think ZBRO is going to go to that 279 million market cap zone. It bounced perfectly. If you left your limit orders here, as I told you, this is where you buy. Wait and wait for that second touch. Now it's bouncing again. It will find some resistance here, but if it breaks, yeah, 279 on ZBRO. And you can get, from my perfect entry, you can get a 6x. And then we can start talking about other levels on ZBRO, but you can get a 6x. Many of you probably waited and scooped these lows perfectly, but if you're entering at the second level, you can get a 4x. Not bad as well, but a 6x is always better. This is why you use Axiom and leave limit order. Resistance, major support all throughout February, major resistance all throughout March, major resistance throughout the end of March. This is why I left this level here as a very important level for you guys to buy. I drew this before it happened. I predicted where the price was going to go, not because I'm a genius, but because I see these levels, and you should see my videos for great entries on all these charts, okay? There's a million things happening on chain with meme coins with AI. I'm going to just share so many like good entries on stuff every single day from Monday till Friday. Start using Axiom. There's a link down below. Then you'll also be able to join my private. There's so much things I want to talk about. I can't, there's no time for today, but I will leave a ton of more alpha tomorrow. So stay tuned. See you guys tomorrow.